Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Open Mic Night live at the ZoomBarDC. We've got an amazing show for you tonight. We've got Bill Sherman, Joseph Stegner, Scott Kaplowitz, Steve Woolwine, Dave Sherman, Kent Kushner, Tom Mann, and Anna Rose Osofsky, and more. So stick around, relax, and have a good time. And Scott Kaplowitz is going to kick us off. So take it away, Scott. Or we lost Scott. No, he's
sorry. I ran to get water. All right. Hi, I'm back to originals this week. I have two of them. I think I've played them before, but a long time ago. Does everybody know what obsidian is? Dark black rock, for anyone out there who doesn't or just doesn't want to admit, that is okay. That is what this song is called. It is called Obsidian. It has a lot of words. It's by me. I'm going to play it now. Your eyes full of darkness are obsidian. White lies played in parchment, so insidious. Past lives planning hardships, something hideous. Your eyes are my daughters, all invidious. And so I claim an empty page and inscribe upon the scene affection clad by quiet rage, a faceless place without a name. So do I call upon the clouds to follow sawdust sour plains? And do I carve and hollow out the space in which what's left remains? My eyes turn up sharpened obsidian. All fight, so much hardness, no meridian. Ash flies into stardust, find oblivion. My eyes still have started, it's quotidian. And did you claim an empty page and inscribe upon the same affection quell my quiet rage in unfixed fish without a name? And had you called upon the clouds to hover over silent plains, or had you carved and hollowed out the space in which was left remains? Their eyes always watching, so fastidious. That's this is it. Their eyes never dropping from the piteous to the piteous. Downsides lose the lacquer, see the vividness at the dizziest, busiest. Black eyes hiding after all obsidian. And they will claim an empty page and inscribe upon the same a fact they formed in quiet rage, a nameless face which swells with shame. And they will float above the clouds to sprinkle sawdust on the plains. Oh, they have heart and hollowed out the space in which we once remained. Yes, we have claimed that empty page, and I'm inscribed upon the same. And though we see it with quiet rage, we are too brave to speak its name. We are the night, the sky-lit clouds. We are the sawdust on the plains. We are the carved and hollowed out enclosures. We are what remains. Flames die and hearth cool. souls only visiting. We dive into dark pools of obsidian, obsidian.
Beautiful. Thanks,
Thank you.
Scott.
That's a classic.
Thank you.
I feel like you're covering a song by Elton John or some,
That's
really
high praise.
famous
Thank you.
person. But it's yours and very well done.
Thank you. Next song also has a lot of words, but delivered slightly at a slower pace. This is also by Mann and unintentionally keeping with the theme, I guess. Obsidian is a stone. This one is just called Stones. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go to this guy. Guys still here? Piano? Okay. I was a child casting stones at your window, and now the moon still high casts shadow like a pickpocket or piper garden limbo. If the sinking comes too deep out in the shallow, here comes slowly rolling off the river, sacred stones and concrete from my gap. In the pale light of our pennies, sweat delivered unto ancient homes that grasp the first from last. Oh, how the time has passed. In the rising of the sun, you'll find a sanctum. Messages of finally it's laced, and you speak the words you memorize to think them. Pause the well will wash you of your grace. Here comes slowly rolling off the river, sacred stones and concrete fill my gap. In the pale light of our penny and sweat delivered unto ancient homes that grasp the first from last. Oh, how the time has passed. Prayer in time of faith. Wait for the grand parade. There we will all be returned. Years came slowly rolling off the river. Sacred stones and concrete filled that gap. In the pale light of their pennies, they were delivered onto ancient homes that grasped the first rise. Oh, how the time has passed. Oh, how the time has passed. Their fortress found so fast. Oh, now that time has passed.
That was really good. So can I ask a question or two? Where do you post your songs? You know, basically, those are two really
Nowhere
good.
yet.
Nowhere, like not even on SoundCloud?
They exist online on Marie-Louise's YouTube channel.
Okay. By the way, you could, I posted, Robert Johnson did a great song called Stones in My Passway. And he's a blues artist and he used stones as a metaphor, but it's on a website called genius.com where you can annotate other people's lyrics or post your own. But I wanted to ask the professional musicians here, how do you protect the copyright of your melody and lyrics? You know, when you're creating it home before
you have to
put it online.
You have to apply for copyright to the Library of Congress, but you need to protect your publishing rights, and so you register with Harry Fox Agency, and then you have the publishing rights.
Okay, well, keep that in mind, Scott, because they're so good that, you know, people might rip you off, but they're wonderful things.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks, Scott. Anna Rose, would you like to go next?
Sure. Yeah. How's this? Is that okay?
Also in E minor. Sounds good.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until just now. All right, get some lyrics. All right, this is I'm gonna do
Your video disappeared.
Oh no, because I pulled up the lyrics. All right. Let's see. Is it back?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
And
you're
it's-
back.
And it's gone now?
And now you're gone.
Anna Rose,
Alright.
are you on your phone or?
I'm on an iPad. All right. Well, I'm gonna
What works for you?
If you
maybe
know how
I'll
to
just-
split your screen.
I'm just gonna copy and paste into, I mean, I'll probably be fine, but it makes me nervous. So I'm gonna
I perform with this binder full of lyrics most of the time, so don't feel bad about looking at lyrics.
all right. Yeah, but it's like a classic. So I've got to, all right. I'm sending them. Oh, sorry, Austin, I just sent them to you because okay. Well, now they're there. All right. This is still, okay, cool. The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. It always leads me here, leads me to your door. The wild and windy night that the rain washed away has left a pool of tears crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. Many times I've been alone, and many times I've cried. Anyway, you'll never know the many ways I've tried, but still they lead me back to the long, winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't leave me standing here. Lead me to your door. But still they lead me back to the long, winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't leave me standing here. Lead me to your door. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
It was really, what were you playing? What instrument were you playing?
It's a keyboard.
And it had almost a whatever it's called, like a Baroquean, not like a standard piano sound. It sounded very good. But,
Your voice is beautiful.
On the normal, it's on the standard setting, but it might sound a little weird over Zoom or something.
your voice is very good, and the way you delivered the song, and it sounded sort of like an Anglo-Irish ballad. It had those echoes a little more than the pop song we remember. It was great. And by the way, I'm putting in chat, Paul's very active. There's a great new profile of him in the New Yorker, and there's the Hulu series with Rick Rubin. That's both worth seeing.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it's a little, well, I don't have Paul McCartney's voice, so I had to improv, do something different, because he sings it really, really well and sort of iconically. But it was fun to cover.
It's beautiful, Anna Rose. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. So thank you.
Thanks. Okay, cool. Let me do the next one. Just a second. Sorry. Okay. All right. I had a different song actually, but a good friend of mine is here, so I'm going to do this song, which is a little different, but it'll be fun. You might know it if you've ever watched Toy Story. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Say you got troubles, well, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together and can see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. Some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too. Maybe, but none of them could ever friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. 'Cause you got a friend in me. Yeah, 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 you got a friend in me.
Woo!
That was fun.
That was great. And I'm glad, I'm so glad, I'm posting a little bit. I'm so glad Randy Newman got to make boatloads of money from writing those songs for Disney after doing cutting edge, great songs challenging American society and mores earlier in his career. So one of them is called Good Old Boys that I'm sure will never appear on any Disney album ever, but it was great. You did a wonderful version.
Thank you, Anna Rose. That was great.
Thank you.
You should do that at some point as a double set with that and just You've Got a Friend by Carole King.
And then
That would be
and then the Beatles song about the Friends. You could just do a variety of friend related
And just hit the
melodies.
Friends theme for the end.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, a Friends themed thing with a Friends theme.
I like it. I like it.
Great.
Good idea. Thanks. Bill Sherman, want to go next?
Thanks, Marie-Louise.
Sure.
Well, this is really very interesting. Very interesting indeed. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Yeah. Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key, 'cause whoa, I get by with little help from my friends. Yes, I get high with little help from my friends. Whoa, I'm gonna try with little help from my friends. What do I do when my love is away? Well, it worries me to be alone, yeah. And how do I feel by the end of the day? Well, I'm sad because I'm on my own. Yes, I get by with little help from my friends. Whoa, I get high with little help from my friends. Whoa, I'm gonna try with little help from my friends. Do I need anybody? Well, I need someone to love. Could it be anybody? Well, I need someone to love me. Well, I get by with little help from my friends. Whoa, I get high with little help from my friends. Well, you know I'm gonna try with little help from my friends. Would you believe in a love at first sight? Well, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do I see when I turn out the lights? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Whoa, I get by with little help from my friends. Whoa, I get high with little help from my friends, yeah. Well, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends, with a little help from my friends. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great rendition. That was really good.
Well, thank you. And that's what, so we got into this whole conversation about the Friends song, and Arthur brought up the Beatles Friends song, and it just happens to be what I planned on doing tonight.
Wow.
And yeah. And that was dedicated to you all because you all have been such good friends to me over, many, many months now. Just a moment here. And it's really important to me. Now, Thursday, I'm settling on a condominium that's just for me because, I'm divorced and all that good stuff. So today, I felt it. I wrote a song today about it. It's really simple, but I wrote a song about it anyway. I got a home, I got my own life, I don't need to roam, I'm done with that strife. It took a long time to find my own place, to live in my own space, to live at my pace. I got peace and I got a home. Hallelujah for that. Right on. I've had a lifetime of hard work and chaos. Let other people take control of me. I've heard happy voices, I've heard the sad ones. Got a home now. Hallelujah for that. Hallelujah for that. When you come visit, we'll have a great time, hanging, singing, and eating, maybe some wine. Come to my home now and have fun with me. I've got my own home now, I'm free to be me. I got my own home now where I can be me. I got my own home now, I'm free to be me.
Hey, Bill. Great song.
You're good, Bill.
Thank you.
Speaking of new homes, Marie-Louise, are you in your new place?
Say that again.
Are you in your new place?
I am in my new place. I am.
Congrats.
We can't tell because it looks like
Can't
your
tell
old
because you're
place.
using
Background
the
looks the same.
backdrop. So some
The
point
Zoom bar is eternal and not confined by the rules of physics.
That's true.
Right. That's right. That's right. Thanks, Art. Thanks.
Hope you have a housewarming there for you somehow in COVID safe procedures somehow.
Thanks. One of these days. Thank you. Joseph, you want to go next?
Perfect. I wasn't planning on reciting this one at all, but keeping the Toy Story theme going, there's a very profound stanza in this next piece that only those who have seen the movie will understand, but here I go. It's called 16 Years of Mania, 1999 to 2015. Well, the mania returned with the election of Trump, and I will embrace it till my death because it's very productive. Here we go. 16 years of mania after I watched a woman die. Thousands of pages of poetry, I left the ambulance to cry. I became a Johnny Appleseed, prolifically planting my rhyme, praying that love in each verse would withstand the trials of time. War is death by tens of thousands and often by millions as well. So the murders I saw as a medic exposed me to understand war's true hell. 16 years as Buzz Lightyear until medicine brought me into the store to realize I was just a toy who believed I could interrupt war. 16 years of trying, time will tell if I was a fool. I surrendered my life to foresee and prevent, hoping to be the living God's tool. 16 years of mania, no one can say I didn't try. Thousands of pages of poetry since I watched a woman die. Which is why
That's
I
a great
write.
That's a great poem. That's a great poem.
Which is why I write things like this. Cowards with guns who don't know the spirit and need a weapon to kill will think they are holy as they bloody their brethren, unaware by the devil they're ill. Cowards with guns think they're awesomely special for being able to be anti-life, able to kill even when told they shouldn't. The rebellious will drink their own strife. Murder the messengers who needs a Khashoggi when the devil has offered its fruit. And the fallen find it tasty as they offer their praises and to their drunk captain salute. The tongue of the wicked gets all the more flagrant, enabled by the putzes who steal, willing to betray what's fair and what's decent to keep the fantasy of lordship their deal, to make the fantasy of lordship their deal. Yeah, I said it, Stegosaurus soul. Okay, and now I'm going into this one that needs to be said. I wish I could have retired it, but this needs to be said. Trump insults sanctuary cities because we represent something he won't. We prove we can thrive in diversity, making prey of the different we don't. Trump has a hair for our culture, though his Twitter exists in its heart. He's angry and wants to destroy us for not agreeing to tear others apart. Like a bully on playgrounds is boastful, insisting they're smart and they're tough. They pick the ways of aggression, not seeing their logic is fluff. Sure, it looks good for a moment, and beneficiaries can break out in song. But just because dens of thieves become richer doesn't mean in the end they're more strong. Doesn't mean in the end they're not wrong. Where is the T-Rex among us? It is extinct and echoed in bones. So it will be for the warmonger puppet who delights in war's evil drum tones.
Hey, Joseph.
Right on, Joe.
I think I've reached my limit, but I could keep going because I've written hours of poetry, and I honestly don't think I'll survive. If he comes into view again, I'll have to be snuffed and removed because I won't be quiet, and I'm pretty prolific and eloquent in my objection to his agenda. So there we go.
Thanks, Joseph. Steve Woolwine, would you like to go next?
Sure. You there?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. How's this sound? Good? All right.
Great.
So I'm just do a couple that I wrote. I feel like, I know I'm not supposed to explain, but I wrote this one kind of in the middle of COVID and just sitting in the truck looking out the window. It's kind of a weird thing, but anyway, let me give it a go. I can't tell you a story that you ain't never heard on how it's gonna be most of the time, most of the time. I can't guide you with poetry and rhyme. Poetic words are the meaning of time. And I don't know if these words make sense, simple phrases of mine. But I can tell you what's on my heart and on my mind most of the time, most of the time. I was watching the world outside. It was angry and gray. Nobody had a kind word to say most of the time, most of the time. The thing that stood out the most was the absence of sound. You could hear the quiet all over town most of the time, most of the time. 'Cause I'm not a thinker of things or a poet of rhymes. The music's been gone now for a long, long time. Most of the time, most of the time. It reminded me when the music had died, and the people you see were angry inside most of the time, most of the time. I'm not a poet or thinker of things, not a performer or singer of songs. It reminds me how different it seems since the music was gone most of the time, most of the time. I was watching the world outside. It was angry and gray. No one had a kind word to say most of the time, most of the time, most of the time.
Damn, another classic. Right on.
So is this your what is your YouTube page, or where is this stuff located? Because it's great. Is it 61? I saw it under somebody's YouTube said 61 something.
That's me, and then I put some other stuff out. It's just under my name, and I just put it out through TuneCore.
TuneCore?
Yeah, if you just go under my name.
Okay, well, it's very good stuff. Where do you live and when are you playing live next? A question I have for everybody.
Well, that's the funny story is that, see, I was just starting to learn how to do this before COVID, and I played it, you know, for some family and friends, and I was just trying to get my wheels under me as far as
confidence.
Yeah, playing in front of people and stuff, and well, then
That's
COVID came
okay.
along, and that was over. So my wife said, well, why don't you write a song? And I'm like, well,
you know
sure.
what's a good place is the open mic night every Monday at Hank Deedle's on Rockville Pike. One, it's a lot of people. It has music 7 nights a week.
Art,
it's safe and a great place. You'd be good there and be anyway.
Art, put it in the chat.
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
And Steve, you've used your time well because you really have a solid sound, the voice and the music. Like I said in that video of your last performance, I took a clip of, it's as simple as that. You have the sound from the voice to the guitar. It's just beautiful. And I honestly meant everything I said complimenting that song you did in tribute to your father. It's mesmerizing. It just really, it's a hit. So just matter how that happens, I don't know, but you definitely have hit material. So
You remind me of Tom Paxton.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's what I used to tell Gantt. It's like, I wish I could play the guitar better and sing better. This is it.
Well,
You're great just the way you are, Steve.
You're really good. So you're really good. So
yes,
Appreciate it.
yes.
I appreciate it.
When you start playing live, you'll see it. You'll hear it from the response. People will be like, "Whoa!"
Well, time for another?
yeah.
All right. That's something else I wrote. I hadn't played this one in a little bit. They don't want me to drive anymore, 'cause I'm too busy looking at what ain't there anymore. Look around at the places that used to be, reflecting on the moments and the things I used to see. And they're too busy getting from door to door. I'm a little less concerned about that anymore. I do speed limit going down that road while listening to the twang of an old country song. Rolling down Highway 81. Seems like a lifetime in a race that can't be won. Thoughts race through my mind as I watch those fields turn brown to green. As the miles go by, they turn back again. And they don't want me to drive anymore, 'cause I'm too busy looking at what ain't there anymore. I look around at the places that used to be, reflecting on the moments and the things I used to see. They don't want me to drive, and that's fine by me. We'll get there when we get there, is what I always say. And we won't be late as I'm on my way. They don't want me to drive anyway.
Oh my God.
Cool. You were really great.
Oh my God. You had me crying like as soon as you said that. As soon as you said they don't want me to drive anymore, I knew where you were going. And I started crying. So that was another profound one. Wow.
I'm sorry to, I didn't watch last week. So how long have you been writing songs and how long have you been publicly performing songs?
Well, I started trying to write a song probably like November 2019. And then I was trying to reach around and try to, basically I was just trying to see if I could write one. And the other guys that I did Zoom with Gantt and Dave, they know the story, but I was just trying to write something, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna try to record it. And I made sent out a couple of emails and stuff, and somebody gave me a couple of places to go, and come to find out, well, Gantt Kushner was on the list, and the other people didn't call me back, or I didn't have any way to communicate with anybody, so
right.
I just picked up the phone and called Gantt, and he's like, well, send me what you got. I just basically said, look, I'm just a guy in the basement trying to see if I can write a song. I mean, is that something you'd work with or whatever? And he said, well, send me the thing. And probably one of the nicest things he ever said to me in the very beginning was that he called me a musician. And I was like, I'm not a musician. And he goes, you wrote a song, didn't you? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, by the way, Steve, yeah, you're a musician.
Yes.
You remind, this is a metaphor, you remind me of these stories of these guys who are 40 and go to the tryouts for football and get hired to do the kicking. I mean, you're so skilled, it's remarkable. And your learning curve, I mean, November 2019? And you're writing phenomenal songs, beautiful hooks, great choruses, unbelievable stuff.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Totally.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you. Yeah, that was another favorite. Thank you. Wow.
Thanks everybody.
Yay, Steve. Okay, Dave Sherman, you want to go next?
Sure. Steve's a hard act to follow, but
no.
But I do what I do, and I'm gonna do it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something different than what I thought I would do, because I'm gonna do one for Marie. I was gonna do a song I wrote years and years ago called Marie, but I haven't been able to make it work just as a solo, but maybe next time. But anyway, this is for you, Marie.
Thank you.
I'm a bad boy in your neighborhood. I'm a bad boy in your neighborhood. I ain't got nobody I can do no good. I'm a bad boy, long, long way from home. I'm a bad boy, long, long way from home. I ain't got nobody I can call my own. Next time I travel, keep you by my side. Next time I travel, I'll keep you by my side. then I won't have to worry. Everything gonna be all right.
Yay, Dave!
Dave.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right, Dave.
Yay.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks for getting me out on the dance floor.
There you go. Well, harking back to the Zubar days.
Yay.
I'm gonna do a new
Another
one that I
song.
just.
That's great. Terrific.
Thank you, thank you. Excuse me. I'm gonna do this one. I just learned this last week, about 10 minutes before we did the Blue Zoom Bombers. But it's basically my wife's, Karen, and my song from years and years ago, because we used to go to parties and we would split up and one would go one way and one would go the other. And I'd watch these guys trying to hit on my wife because she's very talkative and very friendly, and I'd just laugh about it. And this is a song that just always kind of reminded me of that. You can dance every dance with the guy who gave you the eye, let him. You can smile every smile for the man who held your hand beneath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Darling, save the last dance for me. Oh, I know that the music's fine like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun. Laugh and sing, but while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Darling, save the last dance for me. Don't you know that I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I will never, never let you go. I love you oh so much. But you can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. 'Cause don't forget who's taking me home and in whose arms you're gonna be. Darling, save the last dance for me. Darling, save the last dance for me. Darling, save the last dance for me.
That was
Yeah.
great. I gotta go. That was terrific.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dave, that was beautiful.
Excellent.
The old drifters. Thank you.
The backstory was fun too. Thanks.
Pardon?
I said the backstory was fun too. Thanks.
Thank you.
It made the song all the more fun to listen to.
Well, it's true. It's true.
Thank you. That was awesome. Tom Mann, you want to go next?
Yes. Just an alert. This story contains bloodshed and medications and history. And I'll try to do it all in 10 minutes. To begin, did any of you notice in the paper today a story that the people who decide such things are telling people not to take a baby aspirin? You probably wouldn't have noticed it, but it was
Yeah,
amazing.
no, actually, I did see that piece.
Okay, so they're not saying people who have had heart attacks. I've had 3 in the past couple of years. We need to keep taking baby aspirin, but people who are high risk should not. So I was there at the beginning of this discussion back in 1975. I was a freelance writer in Minneapolis, And I got the opportunity to ghostwrite a medical advice column for the New York Times Syndicate under the byline of Dr. Michael Halberstam. His brother was David Halberstam. Some of you might remember he was the New York Times correspondent in Vietnam at the very beginning. Wrote a best-selling book called The Brightest and the Best. Anyway, Dr. Michael, who was a physician here in DC, where you are in DC, and we were put together, and I lived in Minneapolis, and the deal was he would give me some topics, and I would write a 750-word essay 3 times a week. And the first topic he gave me was he wanted me to write an article recommending that everybody should take a full adult aspirin every day. Well, he's the doctor, but I pushed back on that. And I said, I'm reluctant to do that. I've got a friend, if she takes 1 aspirin, her gut starts to bleed. I don't think you should make that blanket endorsement. If, to the extent I contribute here, I know you're the doctor. So we worked out a compromise. And the line we came up with is one that you probably heard 1,000,000 times. So ask your doctor if you should take 1 full adult aspirin every day. And that satisfied our requirements. And of course, it's a tagline in every goddamn pharmaceutical ad ever since then. So anyway, I went to the biomed library at the University of Minnesota to look up the history of aspirin, because I thought it was invented back in the 19th century by a guy named Bayer. People have been using it for 2,500 years. It's the active ingredient, or the active ingredient is found in the bark of willow trees. And you got to wonder, how bad was your headache or your menstrual cramp that you started chewing on the bark of a willow tree? Or going back further than that, 3,000 years, if you chew a foxglove plant, it will stabilize your arrhythmic heart. And that is now the active ingredient in digitalis. And you got to wonder how much trial and error went into all this. 3,000 years ago, Hippocrates had a list of over 1,000 medications to take, all based on natural ingredients. And you wonder how many trial and error, how many people died trying out all different kinds of things. Well, anyway, the history that opened the door to me to the history of folk medicine. And I'm always skeptical about anything the Catholic Church got involved with. And about 1,000, 1,200 years ago, the Catholic Church forbade anybody to use folk medicine. Prayer alone is sufficient. Okay. So it happened. There were women whose husbands had died. They were considered no good anymore to the community. Their children were gone, so they were told to leave town and go out in the woods. And they kept alive the tradition of folk medicine. You know, if only 3 generations stopped practicing it, you'd lose that whole treasure trove. So the funny thing is, these women tended to wear pointy hats and walk with broomsticks to help them walk. And opposite them were men with pointy hats called miters and staffs called, I forget the term, but it's a bishop's staff. And they were telling these women to be burned at the stake for keeping aside the folk tradition of medicine. But, you know, when you can't do anything wrong, nobody can cause you to fault. Anyway, we come up to the present day, and I'm working with this doctor, and we worked out a modus operandi that we would say, ask your physician if you should take an aspirin a day. Well, a few months later, I was offered a full-time job writing at 3M Company. And my wife and I were starting to think about having children. So I was looking for a job that would have health insurance and all those kinds of things. So I left this freelance gig because freelance is just too much, feast and famine. So I parted company, and Michael went on doing this with another writer. And then one night, he and his wife came home to their home in DC, just as the home was being burgled. And the burglar pulled out a pistol and shot Michael in the chest fatally and ran out. And Michael had enough life energy, or whatever it's called, that he got in his car to drive himself to the ER. And as he was driving himself to the ER, he saw the burglar. So he diverted off the drive, ran over the burglar and killed him. But in doing that, he bumped his car into a tree and totaled the car. So he had to walk the final block to the ER, where he died on the operating table. So when the constabulary out there in DC went to the home of this thief, they found that they had just solved every home burglary for a year. This guy had booty from every home in upscale Washington, DC. So much there that the police took it to the armory, laid it all out, and invited everyone in the theft to report to come and get their wealth. And so when I read this story today, that they're telling people even not to do a child's aspirin, which is 1/3 of an adult aspirin, all that story came back to me. And I looked in the Washington Post, and that is the story. I mean, it's still there online that I remember from then. And the sad thing is, Michael was a successful physician, but I think he was envious of his brother, David, who was a Pulitzer Prize winning writer. And I think he wanted to use this as a way to catch up with his brother. And the story that ran in the Minneapolis paper that followed up on this was writer's brother murdered in home break-in. Even in death, Michael couldn't get his own credit. So,
well, you may have saved lives. You may have prevented unnecessary hemorrhaging and people who would have gone home with that. So, good job.
Great story. Great story, Tom. You've got just some amazing life experiences. I love hearing about them.
It's a true story.
Great
Oh, I got
story,
that.
Tom.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that reminds me, yesterday on Indigenous Peoples Day, there was a Indigenous person on the radio talking about how the amazing, Native American health remedies that have been destroyed by the Spanish, the English, all the settlers, and to this day, I mean, so many great remedies have been lost, and it's so important to try to save as many of them as we can.
And they were common law, and now pharmaceutical companies get them and put intellectual property around them. The sons of bitches.
Yes.
I think we're all naive to the transience of knowledge also, that we can assume that what we know will remain forever, but through history with language changes and ignorance that forces books to be burned and libraries destroyed. Yeah, it's unfortunate how much we've lost in the past due to that phenomenon.
Really tragic. Thanks, Tom. So let's see, Gantt, do you want to go next?
Me?
You. Yes, you.
Sure. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Does that sound okay?
You betcha. And I bet you can do something a way that you've never done it before.
All right. Well, speaking of that, how about long distance information? Give me Memphis, Tennessee. Help me find that party. Try to get in touch with me. She could not leave her number, but I know who placed the call, 'cause my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Marie. She's the only one who called me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on a ridge, just a half a mile from that Mississippi Bridge. So help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who called me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Marie and I were torn apart because Mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. Her A-home drops on her cheeks that trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old. Oh, information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee.
Excellent, Gantt.
Thank you. Boy, my nose
Yeah.
started itching right in the middle of the first verse. It was rough. What else can I do completely differently from how I've ever done it before? How about I'm going to do it. I'm going to do an instrumental song. And I think I might have done this once before a long time ago. And I might have made this one up. I forgot all about it, and then my daughter asked me to play it for her the other night. She occasionally asks me to come in her room and play guitar until she falls asleep. And she said, "Dad, there's this song you made up." And
You know, that's really nice that she still does that.
Yeah, I should appreciate it while I can, huh?
Yes, you should.
That's really sweet.
Well, we're not at war at the moment, so I'm grateful. So here's a song that I made up.
Beautifully done.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you, Gantt.
Beautiful. Thank you. That was great, Gantt. Thank you. Let's see. Warren, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Give me 1 second.
We'll play some more.
You hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool. Alexa, shut the fuck up. All right, here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna do. Now I can't remember what I was gonna do. Well, first I'll do this song. I played a weed song for you last week, and here's one that I wrote. This one's called Rocky Mountain High, named after the John Denver song, and it's gonna be on the new album that I'm putting out here pretty soon.
With the sound, your sound. Yeah, your sound is, I don't know how to explain what the problem is, but
it's really, really distorted. I think it's because the guitar is too close.
Okay, here we go. Is that better?
Much better.
A little distorted,
Much
but
better?
a little better.
All right, sorry about that.
Take it from the top.
Sit here watching TV, drinking wine and sipping whiskey, and I still can't get to sleep. I got things to do tomorrow, so I call up my guy and he said, sorry man, it's dry. I said, well damn, it was worth a try, but I just don't know what to do now. I'm on all fours, searching across the floor, looking for a piece of nugget that I didn't see before. And I wish that I could go to town and buy something at the store, but I don't live in Colorado anymore. Ever since I moved to Texas, I've been eating with much less Chex Mix. Yeah, my munchies aren't so reckless, and I guess that's a good thing. But it's harder here to find a bag of sweet and sticky kind, and I'm about to lose my mind if I don't find it this evening. I'm on all fours, searching across the floor, looking for a piece of nugget that I didn't see before. You might say that I've got problems, I got problems, that's for sure, 'cause I don't live in Colorado anymore. Grass is always greener, that Rocky Mountain High, and taking all the scenery. That's why I'm packing up my bag to say goodbye to Lone Star swag and live in Colorado evermore. And now that I've moved back, you know my life is back on track, and I can buy a 20 sack anytime I damn well please. No more waiting around, finding nuggets on the ground. No, I can smoke it by the pound, and it's much easier on my knees. I'm no longer on the floor, searching on all fours, looking for a decent nugget that I didn't see before. If you must go back to Texas, well then I'll show you the door, 'cause I ain't leaving Colorado anymore. No, I ain't leaving Colorado anymore.
Woo!
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Really appreciate the Texas Chex Mix, Ryan.
Yeah, I can relate to all that.
When I was living in Texas, I had a friend who'd done exactly that. So it's kind of a song about him. He moved from Colorado, and then he couldn't find good weeds, so he moved back.
It's so much better being able to just go to the store instead of call Johnny to see if Ted has it, but you got to wait till Frank gets home from work, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boy, that reminds me of some old stuff.
I was a medic in Monterey County when John Denver's plane went down, and I had a friend on the body recovery team. So anytime John Denver's in conversation, I feel a connection there. So right on.
Right on. All right, this song, this is another one I wrote. This one's called Preacher. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks a lot, guys.
The sound quality did not do that song justice, but you can
right.
tell it rocks.
We'll have to work on it next time. What it was,
It was kind of the same thing as you started before, a little less.
If you backed up from the microphone, it may help you, or just turn down the gain on whatever the.
You know what I think it is actually? I just noticed in the sound settings since I've updated Zoom that it doesn't allow you to turn off the automatic background noise cancellation. And that was really a problem before. And so apparently I can't turn it off now. Maybe there's something I can do, but I was looking at it before coming on and.
Yeah, you can.
You rock though, so that's for sure. So just keep playing, keep doing it, coming back.
I've got it on mine, and I'm pretty sure I'm up to date.
Okay, I mean, I just updated recently, and I don't see an option for turning it off, but I'll have to work on that for next time.
Are you on a computer or a phone?
On a computer.
Yeah,
Are you on an iPad?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm on a Windows machine, and I've got it. And you could try just turning your microphone gain down. That's kind of what it sounded like.
You think it's a microphone?
That's what I think. Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually cool having your friends in the background there. It gives it that feel, that country feel.
It's kind of like one of those old blues guys, playing through a tiny little amp really loud.
All right.
Had a good groove.
Right on.
Thank you, Warren. That was cool.
Thanks, Warren.
Yeah.
Okay, tonight our closer is Scott Kaplowitz, who's got a special friend song for us.
Yeah, so I figured it was only fair if I mentioned You've Got a Friend earlier that I go ahead and play it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Or what? Are you on the phone again?
No, recording.
It's being recorded on this.
Yeah, but I can't.
You want two angles? You can record it. I don't care. I'm letting you know it's being.
When you're famous, that'll become one of the classics that comes up in the archives. Wow, look at this.
All right. Anyways, You've Got a Friend, Carole King.
When you're down and trouble and you need some love and care, and nothing's going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there.
It's been a while since I played this and I forgot the words, so I'm gonna look up the words and do it again.
When you're down in trouble, you need help.
I got it.
Dad is here to provide you words, but don't.
Okay.
Hold on, don't delete this one.
Hold on, I have to wait. My entourage is preparing.
Yay, Scott!
All right, trying this again now that I have the words. Okay. You good?
Yeah, because I just.
You got it?
No, because I had you to spell it last time, so I wasn't recording you at all.
You got it?
Ready?
Okay.
2, 3, go. When you're down in trouble and you need some love and care, and nothing's going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even the darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know where I am. I come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah. You got a friend. If the sky above too dark and full of clouds.
What? I just completely forgot where I was. We're gonna start that verse again. I am so sorry.
If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call me out loud. And soon you'll be there knocking on my door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend, when people can be so cold, they hurt you and desert you, they take your soul if you let them. But don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I come running, yes I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. Got a friend. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. And it's good to know you've got a friend.
Couple stumbles, sorry.
Thank you, Scott.
Woo! Hey, Scott. That was awesome.
Thank you. All right, thank you, friends. I will see you next week.
See you next week, Scott. Thank you. And thanks everybody for another great open mic night live at the ZoomBarDC. Thanks for another great show.
Good
Thank
night,
you.
Marie-Louise. Thanks for
Thank you.
hosting us all as
Good night.
usual.
Bye-bye.
Love y'all.
Good night,
See you
y'all.
next
See you
week.
next week.
Love
Thank
you all.
y'all.
See you next
Thanks,
week.
Marie.
Thanks, Bill.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Dave.
Bye.
See you next week.
You will.
See you
Thanks,
next week.
Marie.
Thank you.
Good night. Okay, where do we turn this off, Kay? I don't know how to turn it off. How do I turn it off? Oh, it's a computer, Kemper. I don't know how to turn it off. Oh, here. Cat.
Thank you, Marsha.
Take care. I will talk with you.
Night. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, be well.
Thank you.